So about 2 months ago, I spent the entirety of my time on Rocket League in casual matches and free play, practicing mechanics and going for shots instead of worrying about my rank. 1 whole month without playing a single ranked game. So, how did that affect my gameplay going back into ranked last month? Did I improve or just get worse? And should you try the same? Today, I'll be going over the results and giving you my thoughts on whether or not this is something that you should try out. So, the idea for this 1 month challenge was pretty simple actually. I just couldn't be bothered playing ranked anymore. Grinding ranked day after day on stream was getting boring. In Oceania, you play the same 10 people anyway, and it was getting to the point where I was just over it. So, I did what I always do when I find myself coming to a standstill with this game. I watch about 20 montages from a bunch of different freestylers, I get inspired, and then I head into casual matches and free play to go for some shots.
Oh my god, that's upsetting.
Now, if you have been following the channel over the last month or two, you will have seen this kind of content coming from me already. The flick mechanic video thing came up because I was chilling in free play just trying different stuff. The learning 3 new freestyle mechanics came up the same way. I essentially just spent a lot of time trying to improve my car control and ended up learning some new stuff. So, heading into the casual matches, the goal of each game was not to win. I didn't care if the end result was a win or a loss. I was just trying to get more consistent at some things and seeing what happens in the game. With that as the mindset, playing Rocket League was fun. Yes, I think we all had those times where we sit there and go, God, I hate this game. And then you continue to play it for another few hours because deep down, no matter what happens, we all love this game really. But no, during this time, I actually really enjoyed every session I spent messing around. There was no stress over losing a game, no toxicity, no fear of throwing games, losing ranks, or messing up and having your teammates lose a rank and then hate you. It was just relaxing. As for how I feel I progressed mechanically, I would say a lot of little things improved in my gameplay. Obviously during ranked, you don't have the luxury of being able to go for different shots and try new things without being heavily punished when they go wrong. But in unranked, I can fully just go for something without worrying, and when given this freedom, you get a lot of new shots and angles coming up. So with this freedom, I had a lot of fun. I went for shots without fear, I scored some nice ones, I missed a whole lot, and I just tried new stuff. One of the kind of shots I started learning but could never really pull off in-game is this kind of wave dash flick. It has quickly become my new favorite mechanic to try out, but you do need a decent amount of space to get it down. I spent a decent amount of time during the month going for it, but could never really get it down. But it is nice to know that this is something I could work on and already have the basis for going forward. So, how did it go? Throughout the month, I spent every day doing a little bit of solo stuff in ones and then some team stuff, just trying to get a variety of shots in, and to train different aspects of my gameplay. Doing a lot of the one stuff forces you to improve your setups and control, whereas working with a team gets you to train your reads, your first touches off a pass, and keeps you aware. All of these things are being trained subtly. Yo! Dude, he's actually the best. You're not going into each shot thinking, I need to get the perfect setup, or I need to make sure this touch is to the backboard so that my teammate can get to it. Each shot and opportunity is different, so you need to stay on your toes and adapt. So as well as working on actually hitting some nice shots, I also ended up working on adaptability, first touches, general car control, reads, and a decent amount of boost management. Now on the surface, this sounds great. You would think I could head back in a ranked and I'd instantly be better than I was beforehand. And you'd be right. Kind of. You see, when I went back into playing ranked the month after, I was hitting nicer shots, my touches were cleaner, my boost management was better, and I felt a whole lot better mechanically. However, my game sense was actually garbage. And I mean, like, I got so used to being on the wall or the ceiling or just waiting for a pass that I would sometimes blatantly forget that conceding actually kind of matters in ranked. I had fully worked up one side of my gameplay, being the mechanical side, and then let the other side drop altogether, being game sense. And this is more of a problem than you might think. A lot of players believe that mechanics alone can carry you through games, and this is kind of true depending on the game mode you are playing. I would argue that mechanics can get you through a game if you're playing 1s or 2s, because you'll have more time on the ball and you'll have more space around you to let your mechanical skills show through. However, in 3v3s, I would say that mechanics are not enough to get you through the games. You need to have a decent amount of game sense and awareness about you, as there are 3 other players on the field you need to work around and 2 players you need to work with. Now, in that scenario, you take a player that has done nothing but go for random shots for 30 days and put him in the mix, and you might start to see what the problem is. That being said, I didn't lose all my games. It ended up being like a 40-60 split, which obviously over time resulted in deranking. And that's okay, it's bound to happen, and that was only for the first week or so. Because putting yourself back into the ranked environment forces you to pick it all back up again and redevelop your game sense you already had. And it didn't take too long for me to get it all back. So, here's how the whole thing broke down for you, in short. I spent 1 month in casual games developing mechanics, then 1 week in ranked relearning my game sense, and the rest of the month played out normally, but now with a lot more control over my car and feeling better on the ball. And so to answer that original question, did I get better or worse? I would say I definitely got better. Yes, I took a bit of a hit in the beginning of my rank sessions again, but it would just be the equivalent of going through a slump. And the long-term outcome was I forced myself into a kind of mechanical crash course, which is gonna stay with me as I continue to play the game and develop further game sense. I don't mind losing games and dropping a few ranks now, because the long-term result is gonna be better. I'll eventually get my rank back, and I already feel as if I'm better than I was before when it comes to car control. So from here on out, it's just a matter of time.
Bang. No!
Now the last question, and the one I'm sure a lot of you are wondering about, should you try it? This comes down to you and what you think you need to work on. If you find yourself struggling in the air, then yeah, I'd say yes, definitely try it out. Casual games let you learn and experiment with air rolling and general car control in the air without any fear of losing games or being the cause of your opponent's scoring, because it doesn't matter. You can develop your mechanical skill a lot faster when put in an environment where you are under no stress and have a lot more freedom to work on things you want to work on, rather than being forced into situations under pressure like you would be in ranked. However, if you feel like your game sense is what's holding you back from winning your ranked games, then I would stay very far away from this. While it might be a lot of fun, it can definitely give you a skewed view of how you should be playing the game once you head back into ranked, and can leave you in awkward positions and out of rotation. This is why I say it's down to you. You have to figure out what you need to work on most in your gameplay and then make your decision. Personally, I didn't need to do it, as I already felt comfortable with my gameplay, but I did it because I wanted to test it out for YouTube. So you do what's best for you, and for better results, try to document everything. See if you learn new shots, how your aerial control progresses, how your ranks feel when you go back into ranked. Try it for just a week or try alternating days. Change up the experiment to fit your needs and write down what you think is working and what isn't. Because with the written progress, you're going to have more to go off in order to help your own gameplay. But as I say, write everything down and document everything. Please make sure to remember to have fun, because at the end of the day, if you are playing casual and still getting upset, it might be worth stepping away from the game for a moment and remembering that it is just a game.
No.
Ranks will come back. That mechanic you can't get right now, you will get it eventually. It all just takes time, and I promise you'll get there.
Oh my god.
With that being said, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I really had a lot of fun with this one, and as you can see from a fair few of my recent videos, I've spent a lot of time going for some fun shots, and I'm really happy with the results. Now, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to sub to the channel. Some of you might know, as I mentioned in last week's video, we are in a race with Waitin' and Striped. First channel to 500,000 subscribers wins Alpha Boost, and as much as I would like to win and give that Alpha Boost away to you guys, please do go check out their channels as they make some incredible content. Anyway, that's all from me. I'll see you next time.